If you want to learn to go from this to this, then keep on watching. Hey guys, guess who's back? So I've decided in 2026 that I'm going to start making more videos for you guys. I don't think I've filmed a video in, I swear, in like 6-7 years now. It's been 10 years plus since I started Beauty by Rosh on YouTube, and I thought I'm going to come back and show you guys. So your OG YouTuber and beauty blogger is back. So I'm gonna show you how to get this look, so keep on watching. I always start with my eyes, so the brows are super important, you guys know. So I'm going to use my brow wax and then just tame my brows. You guys know I love a laminated look, and this is my signature look for my brows. I also go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade and just fill in the gaps. So I do this very slowly because you want to make sure that that feathered effect is still there. So if you overfill your brows with this pomade, that feathered effect will go away. And in between, I always brush them up with a spoolie and see how they look. Go easy with this and always draw strokes in the same direction that your hair grows. Next, we're going to go in with concealer. This is the Beauty by Rosh shade number 2 that I use, and I'm just going to generously put that over my lids so it acts as a base. It also cancels out any redness, any veins or discoloration. This is a great step because you get a plain canvas to work on with your eyeshadows. I also like to go in with just some powder to set that all in. Next, I'm going in with this shade from my Beauty by Rosh eyeshadow palette. It's just one shade that I'm using in my crease. That is basically the hollow part in your eye. You can easily find your crease if you just look where your eyeball kind of ends and the lid goes in. So I'm just placing that shadow first and then going in with this dark brown just for the outer corner. And as you can see, I'm kind of winging that out. This is a really easy way to get an eyeshadow look that is still professional looking, and it also complements any eye shape. Just follow your natural eye shape and go from your lash line and drag it upwards. I'm also going back again with that earlier orange shade and just merging everything and blending everything together. With an eye look, it's really important to go back and forth with the two colors and just make sure everything's blended. I'm going for a brown eyeliner today. This is the Mahila brown liner from Beauty by Rosh. As you can see, I'm just doing a very easy eyeliner. I love using these gel pencils. Makes it really so much more easier, and I can have a lot more control over the eyeliner. It's also waterproof, so it doesn't budge all day, and it gives that soft look for a very natural finish. I'm going back with that dark brown liner and just making sure that eyeliner and that dark brown is just merged together. Next, I'm just cleaning my under eye and putting on some moisturizer just to make sure there's no fallout. And then we're gonna go in with the primer. For my complexion, I always only use these products. So this is my Beauty by Rosh Flawless Primer. This ensures your makeup stays on all day and all night. And this really does grip your makeup onto your face, and it feels really hydrating as well. Next, for color corrector, if you've been around, you know a red color corrector will really help you get that flawless finish and get rid of those ashy tones once you put on your foundation. This is our Miss Rue lipstick. This is a hack I've been using for the last 4 years, and it works great. Blend that in just where you see darkness. For me, it's definitely around or under my mouth and just under my eyes. Don't put too much and don't go over the perimeters of your darkness. Give it about 30 seconds, let it set, and go in with your foundation. I'm using the Beauty by Rosh Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Monday. I only usually use about 2, maybe 3 pumps. You can customize it according to the coverage that you want. So it is a flexible coverage. If you want for a daily kind of wear, you can do like 1 or 2 pumps, or if you're going for an event, you can do 4 pumps, even up to 5, depending on how much coverage you want. So I go in with just my fingers. I like to put it at the back of my hand like this and then apply it on my face. This way I don't get too much product on my face and I have a lot more control over how much goes on it. And next I'm gonna go in with my trusty beauty blender. This one is also from Beauty by Rosh. You can buy this from us, and this is damp at the moment, and I am just pressing that foundation in. The finish that you will get with this beauty blender is unmatched. There is no way you can get this finish with a brush. I'll guarantee you that, especially if you see in person the difference. So I'm just going to blend that all in, and then going in with my concealer in the shade 2. It's the same concealer I used earlier for my eye look. And then I'm just placing it in these areas that you can see to lift, highlight and correct. Take a note of this placement because it's very precise to make sure that your face is lifted and highlighted properly. I'm going to blend that in with the same beauty blender. It is still damp, and you guys can see in real time how great the coverage and also how blended it looks as well. Take your time, make sure everything is blended out, and you can see the red color corrector is definitely now invisible, and there's no darkness or grayness that's peeking through. My complexion routine hardly ever changes. It's always this. Next, going in with the contour shade 8, I'm going to place that just on my cheekbones. I don't go too low, and then in my jawline, and then also on my forehead and my nose. The wand that we created was great because it can get into these tiny areas like the nose to contour, but at the same time, if you just turn the wand a little to the side and apply it in a different way, you can see how I did the contour for my cheekbones. It was designed like that. I chose that type of wand so you can do both. You can place it the thickness for the cheekbone, but with thinness for your nose and smaller areas that you want to get into. I'm going to blend that in with the beauty blender again, and as you can see, I'm not blending everything all at once. I'm just blending a little bit, then going on to the other side, and then making sure that it still is blended nicely, but it's giving it a little bit of time to dry as well. You can see what I'm doing. You never want your contour to be seen like that, of harsh lines or a lot of like obvious contour marks on people, and that's when you know that it's not professionally done or that it wasn't blended properly. Next, I'm going in with designer. This is a lip and cheek tint, and this is what I'm going to use on my cheeks as blush today. You guys know this is my go-to. I'm going to use it on my lips as well, and just hydrate my lips while I get ready for any other lip color. I love this because it gives you a flush of color, and it's so hydrating and it looks so good on the skin. Next, I'm going to take some setting powder from Beauty by Rosh and just set under my eyes and just wherever in the middle of the face, wherever I feel like I might just sweat a bit. I'm going to go in with a blush just over the designer. This is a blush that we're working on that I can't tell you too much about, but you can see how beautiful that blush is over designer, and I can't wait for you to see it. I would normally just go in with designer for the lips, but today I decided to put Lily R a little bit over designer and basically sandwiching Lily R in between. So I did designer, Lily R, and then designer over top again. Lily R will give you a little bit more coverage than designer. Next, I'm using my Mahila Brown liner. This is the same liner we used on the eyes today, and we are just lining my lips just a tiny bit. It gives that really juicy lip effect, if you like that. And then I'm going in with designer just to blend that all in again. You don't want that line to show very harshly. Next, for lashes, these are just some Ardell Wispies. I'm curling my natural lashes and then going in with these lashes. I like to go from up to down. You can see how fast I do my lashes because this is just a technique that works. You hold a mirror right in front of you, and then you look straight in. Do not put your lashes on while your eyes are closed. This is my biggest tip for you. And then go up to down like you can see here. To set everything in, I'm going in with my Beauty by Rosh setting spray. This is an extremely important part of this makeup look. You want to set your makeup and make sure that it lasts all day, and also it'll get rid of that powdery look as well. I like to go in one last time with my beauty blender and make sure everything is seamlessly blended. You can see how my complexion looks here. And this is without any filters, you guys, so you can see properly. The final step is my mascara. This is Lash Guru mascara. This is waterproof, but I like to do this as a final step after I do my setting spray because I don't want my setting spray to wet mascara. This is the final look, you guys. This is very easy to do and I think it goes with everything and it's a great daytime look. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something. I'll see you in the next one.